I can't fucking remember.
The Timberwolves. Nice try.
It
It's like the most electric series right now besides the Clippers.
Dude,
Fucking
Ant's
Nuggets.
just
where,
yelling at LeBron. Were you watching it?
I'm
I didn't catch it.
You'll see it on Twitter, but Ant is literally just screaming at LeBron.
Somebody was blowing a fucking whistle last game, and the Lakers kept stopping what they were doing because they heard a whistle in the crowd.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Is that what I saw LeBron being like, is this motherfucker right here?
That might have been it. I don't know.
I
saw one clip of Luka, like, it was a fast break, and Luka stopped running because he heard a whistle. And then the guy in Timberwolves just kept fucking going and dunked it. I mean, well, Luka wasn't going to fucking stop him anyways, but it was like, who knows?
That's a pretty serious offense.
Oh, yeah.
What? Bringing a whistle?
Blowing a whistle, yeah. Blowing a whistle. That's like,
that is crazy.
You get kicked out for sure. That's like pretty... That's
you're
that's
messing
one
with
of the
the
more
integrity of the game.
Exactly. That's honestly that's even worse than yelling bad stuff, probably, in their eyes. Honestly.
Yeah. What's up, guys? It's the Banner Report podcast. If you haven't been listening, or if you're missing us, we miss you too. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Steve, hello?
I'm just fucking out.
The Celtics lost.
Oh, God. Celtics lost. I'm in a little bit of a tizzy. I still haven't recovered from that. Steve, are you okay?
Yeah, okay. I'm just fucking around with shit on this.
All right.
I'm trying to forget that game.
I mean, we're coming to you on the 27th of April. Guys, I mean, we're up 2-1, and we're playing in 2 hours. So where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the Celtics? Do you want to start with some other playoff series that are currently going on or resolved already? Where do you want to begin?
Let's start with the Celtics, since this is a Celtics podcast. That's what the people are here to listen to.
True. Steve, where are we at with the worry meter?
Not high at all. I'm still at a 0 for winning the series, but I would like them to get the series done quicker. That way you can get a little bit of rest before you go to the next series. The next series is not going to be as easy as this one.
Through 3 games, what's your biggest takeaway or biggest takeaways?
You're not getting the catch and shoot jumpers. The stat saver is shooting like 9 less catch and shoot 3-pointers than we usually do. So that's a big one. That means they're forcing you off the 3-point line. You're taking shots off the dribble, which is a lot tougher. They're playing slow, which is fine. We don't care about playing slow, but when you're in the half court, you actually have to play with pace in the half court. Like, the number of possessions are down, which always happens in the playoffs anyways. The Magic like to play that way, but you need to be more decisive on the offensive end when you get the ball. Like, it's got to be quick decisions, bend the defense multiple times like we've been doing all year. And Porzingis just needs to show up.
Yeah, I think that's probably my biggest takeaway. He's averaging 10 points, 7 rebounds, or 6 rebounds. That is not going to cut it from your third option on this team. Also, the bench was really bad. I think
really
how
bad.
many points do they have combined?
Hauser hasn't hit a 3 this series. Porzingis hasn't hit a 3 this series.
Yeah,
it's been ugly.
Definitely the worst time for KP to be slumping is when the Jays are hobbled and we missed Tatum. Like, literally the worst time. This is when he needs to be, like, showing that he could be a second best player type of energy, not the opposite where he's kind of shrinking. Hopefully that I put a bet in that he gets 20 tonight. I'm betting on him to show up.
I mean, if he does, it's game over.
2 threes, a series high. That's what I'm betting for right now. A 1 would be a series high. But
you can get 20 points out of both the Jays and Porzingis. Like this, you're gonna win.
Yeah.
I mean, Tatum is not the issue. He's averaging the most amount of points in the series for both teams, 27 basically. He needs the lead rebounder on the team. Is he leading? He's leading in all 3. He's leading in points, rebounds, and assists for the series so far. Is that right? Does that sound
Jaylen
right?
won a game too, so can't get mad at Jaylen. Literally won the game 2 without Tatum. So
no, I'm not blaming those guys at all. I'm just saying,
it's just the top.
Along with 20 out of those 2.
Yeah.
So what are the Magic doing that's being effective against us right now?
They switch everything on defense, which always gives us a little bit of problems because you're not getting that. Like, usually when you switch everything, you can get KP a post up and he can beat a matchup, but they play so physical that KP's not getting the post ups that he wants. He's not getting into where he needs to be. and they're switching their perimeter players are all pretty good defenders, so you're not getting that easy three off of a center switching out onto you. That's why they haven't put Wendell Carter on the floor much. That's why whenever he's out there, Tatum's attacking him. They haven't played Goga Batadze like at all because like
Well, he's a cone
yeah
when
he
he's not throwing 12 to 6 elbows.
We're not a big enough team to warrant it, honestly.
no, so like they're switching everything, and they've been one of the best teams in the league at stopping people from shooting the three all year. So
Yeah. And I'd imagine if they had Suggs, because they're already so good at stopping the three. Because yeah, I was just about to say that they've been noting that's I feel like they've said it a few times where that like that's like a magic point of emphasis all year is that they're like one of the better teams at stopping 3-pointers. Like they average the least 3-pointer against or something.
I think that if the Magic were healthy all year, they could have been like a top 3 seed in the East.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think that's their ceiling.
Imagine if Dame goes there. Could be something.
Who is he? And what, they just pair him up with Suggs and
Suggs, friends, Paolo, and a decent 5. That's kind of insane.
You got to trade. You got to give us somebody to get him, all right?
Yeah, wait, I don't even.
No, again, I imagine they can just get Anthony Black's salary off the books and they'll be all right. Not Anthony Black.
They don't pay
Anthony.
a lot. Yeah, I was gonna say they don't pay a lot of people yet.
Well, yeah, like you wouldn't have to match the money, but I'm saying you have to give the Bucks something.
Yeah, what's Dame's year contract?
A
also,
lot.
Like, do you want a 30-something-year-old Dame that's coming off DVT?
Probably not.
Like on a team.
I mean,
like you all of a sudden have like the worst defender in the league.
I don't hate it as like just like a bridge option for them. I mean, give up an Anthony Black and Cole Anthony Walk, and then you just bring on Dame to immediately make your team better. But also like if it doesn't pan out, you have a good guy paired up with Paulo, who is, if he's not already, a bona fide start, like top 5 guy in the league. He's not already, but he's on his way. If he can ever learn to shoot the free ball consistently, watch out, because he's like Tatum, except he's fucking incredibly strong. He might be the strongest guy going in the rim in the league. I mean, the way he off body just shoves people off him, like the way they fly off of him. You got people like Drew White and Derek Holiday just flying into the third row because they're trying to stop this fucking runaway train, and it's just like, yeah, it's very. If I don't think I've seen anything quite like that since maybe like LeBron.
I love how interchangeable Derek White and Drew Holiday are. That you can call one Drew White, Derek Holiday. So that makes sense. We agree.
Did I call him that?
Yeah.
They're the same guy. They're immediate clamps and they're fucking 3 balls are wet.
Wish we had both right now.
Last couple of games too. Drew not being at 100% hurt us.
He's a playoff riser. Definitely feels.
Paolo's a killer, but like I said, like if you want to get Dame, you're gonna have to go up Braun to somebody.
I don't think so.
The Bucks are not going to trade Damian Lillard for Anthony Black, and
I mean, get some picks and like try and reset, do like a brief reset just around Giannis in his late 30s into his 30s.
And maybe if they blow it up,
the picks aren't going to be any good though.
I mean, they're going to have to. That's fine. You just get the picks. You might find like a solid rotational player at the end of the draft, or you can package it with like, looking to buy off another team's player. I don't know. Just think about it because it's not going to work.
Not a great run organization, but Nico Harrison is not their GM. Like they're not going to give up fucking games for fucking pennies on the dollar.
But they're not getting nobody. They're getting Anthony Black, who was like a top 15 pick a few years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, right now he's averaging like 5 points a game.
I mean, it really does all depend on. I mean, what the Bucks front office is thinking. Like, I don't think anybody who watches basketball consistently and has like an honest, non-bias towards it is saying the Bucks have any sort of chance to win the championship. I don't think they have any chance as constructed, barring the other, 6 teams who are left die tomorrow. They're not gonna win.
Well, like you're also the worry every single offseason for the last like 5 years has been Giannis leaving. And now it's like, hey, we're gonna trade the best player that we've ever paired you with for Anthony Black and Jaylen Suggs, and then we're gonna hope that you're gonna re-sign that extension. Like,
Well, what's his contract at now?
They only got a year or two left on it, but he's just going to ask
Yeah,
out.
I think they have one more full year.
I mean, he can
Then
ask out
play.
at any time,
Yeah,
and he
wouldn't-
might ask out next season anyways, even with Dame coming back.
Well, if there's a good team, he's not going to ask out. But if you're going to trade away that and you traded Chris Middleton for fucking Kyle Kuzma this year, and the next year you trade Damian Lillard for Jaylen Suggs and Anthony Black, he's going to be like, "What the fuck am I doing here?"
You might be saying that
So what
anyway.
do? They just remain in fucking purgatory.
You trade Dame for something that's not Jaylen Suggs and Anthony Black.
No, you don't trade for. I wouldn't trade for Jaylen Suggs. Jaylen Suggs is more valuable than Dame Lillard at this point.
Oh, that's at least what they're going to ask for, plus probably Franz if you want to do that. That's what the Magic are going to ask for if you want to trade.
Then you don't. If you're the Magic, you are in no. You don't need
They
to
don't
do
say
anything.
that. No.
That's what I'm saying. But you're saying if Dame goes to the Magic, then like they're going to have to trade a lot to get him.
I don't think so.
Maybe there's some assets. I don't know their pick situation.
I just don't think that's true. I think the Bucks would be lucky to get like a first round pick for a aging, if not one of the oldest point guards in the league, who's coming off of like a pretty serious health scare. I don't think that's a very valuable asset on a max deal, by the way.
Yeah,
that's not very valuable.
He's still at a premium in the league, though. And
I'm sorry, what?
Scoring and floor spacing are still at a premium in the league. And the Bucks organization, they're like I said, they're not gonna. I think it would be a downgrade to trade Damian Lillard for Jaylen Suggs and Anthony Black.
They would. You keep saying Jaylen Suggs. Jaylen Suggs is. If they get Jaylen Suggs, they'd be lucky. That is not their. Jaylen Suggs is not in the trade either way.
Downgrade, even if you did get both of them, because you just shrunk the floor for Giannis even more, and that's got even harder.
You get an incredible guard defender, if not the best guard defender in the league.
Yeah, who can't shoot. So like,
what's he shooting?
Giannis' best asset is that he can drive to the rim and hit shooters. They don't have.
And Damian Lillard can't play. And I know it's a tough year for me to pick. Because he's.
I mean, it was similar last year.
But
last year he was just injured a bit at the end of the year.
Still,
same situation.
I think that he's going to be healthy next year. Like, he's a 40% 3-point shooter. That spreads the floor for Giannis. Like,
I mean, I could fuck around on the trade machine and I could talk myself into 17 different ways how they make this trade happen for both sides. I mean, what it requires is that the Magic are okay with moving off of some of their team. They feel like they have to do something, or they want to, and for the Bucks to realize that they're fucking in purgatory and they need to blow it up. While they, you need to, I don't know, shuffle the deck to keep your star, because either way, he's probably going to walk.
I mean, if I got Jaylen Suggs and Anthony Black on my team, and now my life just got that much harder, I would walk. Like, at this point,
but you also get picks. You also get you can
Giannis doesn't give a
with
fuck
the hopes of to do something else.
Giannis is looking at fucking this year coming up. He doesn't give a shit about the picks.
You can also move that stuff next season.
Yeah, he's not looking at what's the front office going to do to help me, because look at what the front office has done so far.
I mean, he's won. I mean,
they haven't won a playoff game since the game 5.
That's fine.
4 years.
Also, when has Giannis said he wants to leave? By the way, this is a big assumption.
Like, look at how it's going there. Why would you want to stay?
I wouldn't. But when has Giannis said that? I'm not Giannis?
Giannis also talks about how he loves Chicago and loves New York all the time.
Yeah.
He also talks about how much he loves Milwaukee.
I think he just doesn't understand what he's saying with that stuff too.
I don't think that if you trade away a guy who spreads the floor and helps you out and takes some of the pressure off you offensively, I don't think that if you traded him for two guys that can't carry their fucking jockstrap offensively, I don't think that he would stay. I mean, yeah, you're a better defensive team, but like, now your second best offensive option is Kyle Kuzma.
But
send him KCP too.
We're just not agreeing on the fundamental premise. You have to somehow, if you're the Bucks, talk your star and we're gonna reshuffle the deck here. You need to just put faith in us. You need to get that. You need to go into a full mid-stream rebuild.
Hey, as an organization, that makes sense. But
it makes sense for Giannis too, unless you know you want out.
Giannis is already 31 years old, and he's been hurt almost every year. He doesn't want to waste another year playing with Anthony Black and Jaylen Suggs.
He's going to waste another year playing with Damian Lillard.
There's a better chance with Damian Lillard than it is with Anthony.
No, it isn't.
Oh yeah, it is.
Straight up, no. Okay, you're about to see.
They won't break 100 points offensively if you switch out Damian Lillard for those two.
And what are they at right now in the current playoff series against the one seat higher than them?
I mean, the Pacers are a terrible fucking matchup for them.
They're not a good match. Damian Lillard is not going to be able to keep up with them. I mean, he's your best hope. He's your best hope, but
you still have to have somebody that can score the ball, though.
So Steve, what are the Bucks' chances of winning a championship? Be honest, right now, with Dame.
I give them like 2% chance.
So you're saying instead of going into the wide open future,
chance if you had Jaylen, Suggs, and fucking Anthony Black on that team.
That's fine. I mean, you're 2% as to 0%. What the fuck are we talking about here?
Better than 0.
Not really.
It's 2%. It's 2% chance Giannis is the best player of all time.
Yeah, I mean,
he just might be. He still might be. He's not winning the championship.
You see,
still needs a secondary scoring option, and you don't have one if you trade away Damian Lillard.
And Simmons was sorry, Jacob. We've been yapping. I just need to get Steve off of this. Like 2% is better than 0%. No, it's not. Not for Giannis either way. What should in a sort of unrelated but related point? What are the Nuggets going to do this year? You think they just bring everybody back?
No, you have to trade a bunch of people because you also just fired your coach and your fucking general manager. They might Jokic might leave too, but
they're
probably going to fire Doc Rivers.
Well, that's Doc Rivers, and also like that would be their fifth coach in like the last 3 years in Milwaukee, and that'll be Jokic's second coach since he's joined the league. Like that's a little different.
But is there a chance you think Jokic they're gonna? So you think Jokic is okay with staying with the team that's gonna go be arguably way worse than they are currently, which is not a good team?
What do you mean going forward? They're gonna be worse.
He's gonna be because they're rebuilding.
Well, it depends on what they do with their rebuild.
That's also
what for Jaylen, Suggs, and fucking Anthony Black. I'd fucking leave too. I mean, what the fuck are you doing?
The Nuggets should trade Michael Porter Jr.
You're really good at scoring, but you don't play good defense. So we're gonna trade you for Anthony Black and Jaylen Suggs because it's better defense.
I just picked those two names. I could go through the list and I could find valuable role players on because the Magic are a better team.
If I was the fucking Nuggets,
I just picked those two names.
If I was the Nuggets, I want to rebuild. I would trade fucking Aaron Gordon and picks for Franz.
I don't see how you can trade Aaron Gordon.
I wouldn't pick.
He's second most valuable player on the team.
Yeah,
still your
Jokic likes him a lot too. I think you have to trade MPJ.
More. I think him and Murray work better together.
Trade MPJ then.
Who just won the game for him? Nobody's gonna want Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray arguably has the worst contract in the league.
That's why I said don't trade him. That's why I didn't.
You're not going to be able to.
You could get. I think you could get people to bite on MPJ.
Yeah, way more than Jamal Murray.
Yeah, he's still young enough.
I didn't say trade Jamal Murray.
So you think the Jamal Murray
and Jokic because that works together. You have a good scoring guard and the best big to ever play the fucking game.
How can you say it's working together?
I mean, right now they're 2-2 against a Clippers team that we thought was going to fucking smoke them.
They're 2-2 on literally the luckiest fucking play I think I've ever seen in my whole life. They're losing to a fucking James Harden-led Clippers team.
Kawhi Leonard-led Clippers team.
Kawhi is nasty again.
James Harden has been the best player in the series.
Kawhi Leonard had 36 on 15 of 19 shooting the other night. What are you talking about?
And how much did Harden have?
Not 36. Kawhi Leonard had fucking nails for that team.
Kawhi is averaging 26 points. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, Kawhi's
he's really efficient too.
That's why they're fucking winning that series or they're tied in that series because of Kawhi. It's not a James Harden-led team. It's a fucking Kawhi.
So you think Jokic is more okay with the rebuild than Giannis would be?
No, it all depends on the rebuild.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, fair enough.
If you're trading away Damian Lillard for guys that can't score, I mean, I'm Giannis, I'm leaving because I already have to be your best defender every night. I have to be your best scorer every night. And now you just shrunk the floor on offense where everybody's going to build a wall against me for fucking 48 minutes. I'm not going to win anything.
You think the Magic? I mean, the Magic,
like Jamal Murray or something like that.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah,
and that would be fucking perfect.
That'd be interesting.
I was literally about to say
the floor, and Damian Lillard would go to fucking Denver, and that would work for them too. But I don't think either team would do that because Jamal Murray's younger and Damian Lillard scares. But a straight swap of those two would work out, I think, great because I think they both need a new circumstance. Dame has hated Milwaukee since he's been there, and Jamal, I think, is getting fed up with Denver.
So you trade
You need offense. If you're going to trade a guy
Drew.
averaging 20 points
Not
a
true.
game, you need to get some offense.
You trade Damian Lillard for Jamal Murray, but you wouldn't trade for fucking Suggs and Anthony Black or whoever, like another like Goga Badatse.
Jesus Christ, Gogo Patazzi would be the worst fit for the fucking Bucks. They're already fucking giant and slow. Let's get another
Wendell Carter.
At least Wendell Carter can shoot threes.
Yeah,
we know they might
somebody.
do that though. They kind of have an affinity for moves like that, just like adding size. So
Just
But I-
really big and hope it works and be lumbering around the fucking court and can't spread the floor. And then Giannis is going to get hurt again because he has to drive into 5 guys every time he fucking plays.
How did we even get here? I forget.
But I just think it's dumb that you're going to trade a 20-point a game scorer and Dame, no matter how old he is, for guys that average 5 and 8 points a game.
Because
get
you're
20 points
rebuilding.
between the two of them.
Because you're rebuilding.
Yeah, but Giannis doesn't want to waste another fucking year of him being hurt.
Giannis is already going to waste another year playing with Dame Lillard.
Yeah, but it's a better chance with Dame Lillard. And if you're going to, I'm fine with you.
Oh my God, it's not that much better of a chance.
I'm fine with you rebuilding, but you got to do a better job than fucking Anthony Black and Jaylen. That's
Yeah, fair. I'll give you that.
terrible. That's terrible management.
I mean, there's already bad management.
You want to go get James Harden on the team?
Honestly, well, huge improvement.
Giannis, you trade fucking Dame Lillard for Giannis or for Dame Lillard for James Harden straight up.
No, it'd have to be like James Harden, like Derrick Jones Jr. or something.
Now, do you do that if you're the Clippers? Because the Clippers right now look really fucking good.
you can
I
imagine
mean,
James Harden with
You wanna fuck up
Giannis.
your team for that, like for Dame Lillard, who's coming off a DVT at 30-something years old.
You probably have to move a pick or something. I don't know. I don't know what you. I don't think the Clippers would do. I think the Clippers are very happy where they are.
Yeah, they love James Harden right now. But can you imagine him with Giannis just in general? Oh my God.
That would be nice.
Although they fucking hate each other, though, so I just remembered that.
They actually
Do
do. Yeah, you're right. They have the dribble, like Giannis
Yeah.
can't dribble type.
James
I
Harden
forgot
said
that.
it's hard to fucking just run and dunk. Like, it doesn't take any skill to run and dunk.
Yeah, that was like during the All-Star game stuff, right?
Yeah, that was weird. What a weird fucking bone to pick. Like,
I think it was
Giannis-
because he was the captain
yeah.
of the All-Star
Giannis
game.
pegged him in the head one time. You remember that wraparound pass that he just pegged him right in the face with in the middle of a game?
Very fast. Yeah.
Very funny.
I do just want to say, to wrap up the point, Jalen Suggs is averaging 16 points a game.
How many
But
games?
he can't-
this year?
He can't shoot that much from distance. He played.
Send him Cole Anthony too.
17
Of course
games this year.
Of course, it doesn't fucking tell me how many games he's played. That's the one stat I need. Totals. He played.
Didn't even play 20 games this year, I bet.
No, he played 35.
35.
So not great.
What's 3-point shooting?
31%.
Better than I thought. Still be better.
He's like if he ever catches it wide open on the corner and he has like a whole day to shoot, that's like
That's his
probably
job.
his best chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also like you gotta look at it like you need another guy who can start your offense if you're gonna trade Dame. Because right now he's the one that dribbles the ball up and starts your offense for you.
Are you saying for the Bucks?
Yeah, for the Bucks.
Oh
right?
yeah, they definitely need another point guard. For
If
sure.
you're gonna
Yeah, they
trade-
just have to do something else in that scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, I try and get Cole Anthony in the free agency. I mean, he's not good, but he's a guy who can do that.
I mean, right now he has 8 points in this series so far. So I mean,
I'm
He's
not gonna
sucking.
punch him in the face.
Yeah, he is. He does like to. He did break. Fucking.
hand.
Well, yeah. I mean, we'll get into that, by the way. But he fucking snapped. Who's homie's name? The shooting guard for Detroit, Ivy. He snapped Jaden Ivy's leg diving for a loose ball.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, you could be playing right now.
It'd be a different series if that was the case.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
hear that,
not.
Knicks fans? Yeah, so anyways, off of that nonsense, the Celtics, they're playing in an hour and a half, and it is a chippy at best series. It borders on physical, like hand-to-hand combat.
It's in the fucking blood, that's for sure.
What do we think?
Celtics just got to match the intensity, and like I said, just make quicker decisions, make them work. And also, like, don't let Paolo off the hook. Like, make him work on defense. He had 3 fouls in like the second quarter last night, and like we didn't even go at him, like basically for the rest of the game. Like that would have been the easiest way to get him out of the game. Get him a fourth, maybe on something stupid. Maybe get him a fifth. That's their best offensive option. Just go ahead and make him work every play. I know he's a really good defender too, but you got to make him work though.
Do you really want them getting more physical and aggressive this year? Like,
you got to match the intensity. I'm not saying you got to be like grabbing guys and pulling them down, but you just got to match the intensity.
I mean, I'm just saying that now because our best player has a severe bone bruise in his wrist. I mean, it didn't really matter the other night, but going up for a fucking dunk, he gets, hit by KCP or whatever you want to call it. I don't, was it a tag? It was a assessed attack, right? In the game, was a flagrant. Yeah. So yeah, like you got that happening. Like our best player getting hit. Jaylen Brown's already not feeling good. Al Horford's like on fire. He's so pissed. And Kristaps Porzingis got split from fucking head to ass by a fucking Goga Badate elbow. Well, I mean, it's like
that man subbed in, and he did that within like 1 minute of the game. He just like subbed in and just elbowed KP in the forehead immediately.
It's a UFC fight like that. You only see that shit in UFC. Legitimately.
Yeah, it was fucking nasty work.
Yeah, I mean, we just need to get back. We need to match the intensity, but also go back to our brand of basketball too at the same time, which is a tough mix. Like we need to get the bench more threes. They just need to hit them too. KP, but he's just literally cannot hit anything. But I don't know. Yeah, we need to somehow we need to just bring the intensity on defense no matter what, obviously. But we can't have bad quarters like the third last game at least. We like won the second game on our defense. We definitely. I remember like the second half switch. Like we did have an intensity ramp up that we missed last game. That's for sure.
Game 1 and game 2, we did it. Game 1 and game 2, we both came out and we flipped a switch in the second half and really matched our intensity. Game 3, fucking shit our pants in the third quarter. That was the worst third quarter of the year. Like literally by scoring, we only had 11 points. Can't have that happen again.
No, 11's crazy.
Yeah. I hesitate on the whole match your intensity thing. Not that I think it's a wrong point. I think it's I think you guys are right on. It's just like this Celtics team, for whatever reason, throughout its history, has not typically been a team that plays well in muck it up series. I mean, just think of every Miami Heat series in the past few years. The Atlanta Hawks like to play gritty and physical and get under your skin. Like, just think about the historical gritty series we've had with teams we struggle with. We win championships by playing our brand of basketball because nobody else can play it as good as us. I don't know if we want to necessarily get into like the shove in, slow it down match with the Magic, which they want to play. They want to slow it down, work Paulo, have him just drain you inside and, hopefully injure one of your fucking players. Not that Paulo does that, but they want to really sap your energy and bring you to their level. But when we play to our own energy, that's something they can't do. They can beat us if they bring us down to their level. They cannot reach our level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like when I say master intensity, I mean like defensively. Like as physical as they are on defense, like make them feel you every time that they're going up the court. Pressure them. They don't have really good ball handlers on this team. You can pressure them full court. You can really get under them, start turning them over. Like that's what you got to do to them. But like offensively, just you need to create more. You need to get into the paint and make a decision quick decision making because that's what's killing us right now.
Yeah, I mean, do you think just to sort of branch off? Do you think the Magic are bordering on dirty style of play?
Some of it is.
Like what?
Give us an example. KCP foul was dirty. Like he grabbed him on the way by. Like he didn't just hack his arms; he held onto his arm and pulled him as he went by.
Yeah, and while he was in the air.
Like you can come by and hit a guy on the arms in the air because you're trying to block the dunk. I'm fine with that. Like try and make a play, but
the grabbing was excessive.
He grabbed him right across the arm and pulled him as he went by. So that's why that was a dirty play in my eyes. And then Cole Anthony doing the same thing to Jaylen on that wrap up. Like he continued to pull him down after he already committed the foul to make sure he didn't get the shot off. Like that was I think that was borderline dirty too. A lot of shit like that.
Yeah, and I guess if you really want to get into it, like you can look at every single one of these series. Like Lou Dort's currently going through it right now with the Memphis series, even though they just swept with the whole jaw thing. I mean, I don't think that was dirty at all. I think he just
He slipped. Really bad.
Yeah. It's just a really tough basketball play. And Ja was you could even read at Ja's lips when he's like, in between the fucks or like the ouch of it all. He was like, it's just basketball, bro. Like he was telling his own guys, it's basketball, bro. It's not, he didn't mean anything by it because that's what it was. But the KCP thing, it's like, and the ultimate thing is just look at Al Horford's reaction. Does Al seem like a guy who not many people like in the league? I mean, Philadelphia fans probably hate him, and so does probably Giannis and Cat. Actually, maybe Cat doesn't because the Dominican connection, but and not many people hate him, and he is fucking, and he never really gets fired up because he's sort of the elder statesman of the league at 37, 38, however old he is, and he's pissed, and he's openly saying like, dude, don't stop it, please.
You're gonna injure our young goats.
Yeah, that's not basketball. Like you need to go down on your shield, not try and fucking kneecap us.
They know how they need to win the series. They do. They know the objective. That's the only way they could win the series is if they injure our best players.
Yeah,
and that might be trying to do that. It's arguable, definitely.
They're gonna foul you on every play, and they're gonna dare the refs to blow the whistle.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah,
They'll let them play with it. That's all.
It's not the first time a team from Florida has tried that. What are we thinking for tonight? What are we thinking for? Are we worried? Do we think the Magic have it in them to actually make this to notch it up or to make it
No, I don't think they do. I don't think they have another 11-point fucking quarter. Well, their defense is really good. I don't think it's that good. I think that was just a bad night for the Celtics.
I mean, how many games have the Celtics played all season where they've only scored when they've scored less than 100 points? It has to be. It has to be like on two hand, maybe on one hand.
Yeah, you have a 20-point quarter. That's a bad quarter. And if you had a 20-point quarter, you won that game.
So I don't think that there's much to worry about. Like you're not going to stop this Celtics team from going over 100 points, and I don't think the Magic are capable of reaching that. So I like our chances.
I mean, we don't know the injury report yet. I don't think we don't know who's playing technically. That's the one thing.
Drew is out, and who is it? Brown is questionable. Yep, he's questionable with the knee.
Who else is questionable? Is there somebody else?
According to StatMuse,
Tatum's not. I don't think, which is interesting.
Tatum's playing. Yeah,
that's interesting. I think Jaylen plays tonight. I think that he'll play through it.
Me too. We need to win this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go back tied up. But so what do you think?
Dude, Tatum got a severe bone bruise. It's just like, I'll take one game and then drop 30 plus.
Yeah,
he's just insane. One game.
We've talked about how much of a sicko Joe Mazzulla is, and he is. But Jason Tatum is sneaky, also sicko.
Yeah, he's right there with him. I think that's why they like each other so much.
Yeah, definitely.
Said that Joe calls him an idiot, and that's how he knows he loves him.
That's mean, dude. Don't call him an idiot.
Funny. It's like Joe calls me an idiot sometimes. That's his way of telling me that he loves me.
Yeah, he seems like that type.
Like, that's so funny.
So I think we all have the Celtics winning out. Not much to be worried about there, barring, we make it out with all our limbs intact.
You got to help out Derek White tonight because he's going to be your primary ball handler for the whole night. So you need to set him a couple screens early, get him open.
Big KP night. We need KP.
Yeah. Even in the backcourt, if they're going to full court pressure, you got to set some screens full court and just make Derek's life a little bit easier because that was something that I noticed in Game 3 was they made Derek's life really hard. They were pressing him almost the whole game because there was no Drew.
True.
So you got to have to run Derek and Peyton a good amount, or you're going to have to really help out, move the ball around. Let Jaylen take it up sometimes. Let Jason take it up sometimes.
I said Tatum definitely can take it up. I may as well.
I trust him. Jaylen, I don't really trust that much against this team. We have a lot of long wings that are really good defenders that are going to be open at that thing the whole way up the court. And
yeah, and we already know he has major difficulties.
there's games where like, what are you doing, dude? Come on, you're better than that.
Even in the game he popped off. Even in the game he popped off, he dribbled off his foot a couple of times. I was like, fuck. Like he had like 30 something, but he had a couple of possessions. You're like, holy crap, Jaylen.
Tatum had 7 turnovers in the last game too, so you got to clean that up.
Yeah, that game it seemed very reminiscent of the pre-championship Celtics flaws.
Yeah, you're kind of falling ISO. You're settling a lot for jumpers instead of getting to the rim.
Low, like
it was a high energy game. I don't
bad
feel
ball security.
Yeah, so they'll clean all that up. They have a whole. That was the best game the Magic have played this series, and now you have a whole game of tape to watch on that.
Dude.
So the Celtics have scored more than 100 points 75 times this season.
It was on the 7 games.
I checked into the Lakers Timberwolves. LeBron has 27, 11, and 6 at the end of the third.
Shit. That guy's
he's just eternal.
Spoiler alert. That guy's good. Yeah, let's move on though. Let's keep it in the Eastern Conference though. Cavs, Heat, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, I hope the Heat can still win anyways. Make it a little bit longer of a series. They almost got one the other night.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero's trying.
That would be nice. I don't think it's going to happen, but the Heat.
Game 4 tomorrow?
Yes, Monday, 7:30. And now the Pacers Bucks. That is tonight.
What's
game 4 tonight, huh?
What's the series at now? 3-1.
Indy leads 2-1.
Indy's up 2-1.
Yeah. Home teams have won so far, basically. So who knows? Maybe they even it up.
I think that's going to be a good game. Probably the best game of the evening. Well, I don't know about that. This Lakers Timberwolves game was pretty good. Well, who do we think's taking that? Any change off of that?
I'm hoping for Milwaukee to win. I'm hoping for every other series to go 7. So
kind of same. I'm hoping in Milwaukee wins.
A little extra rest. Everybody else is a little bit extra tired. Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, I am hoping the Bucks do win. I think the Pacers will probably not lose another game.
You picked the Pacers in 6 in that one?
Something like that, man. I definitely Pacers in general.
I think so, yeah. But then again, I don't remember. Double check us, fans. So we think the Pacers are going to take it. We want the Bucks. We're rooting for the Bucks. Knicks Pistons.
I got the Pistons.
That game just resolved. Pretty tough no call there on that corner 3 by who was shooting that? Was it Malik Beasley?
Yeah,
it was Hardaway, I think.
Oh yeah, it was Hardaway. Yeah.
I couldn't tell. I forget.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Karl Anthony Towns look really good. Kate Cunningham looks really good. Jalen Brunson's fantastic. I'm not really, confident in the Knicks play going forward. I think they're going to win the series because it's
just a talent deficit there is all it is.
And now there's the games. It's just like, are you going to beat this team for 3 more times in our? I don't think so for the Pistons.
What we have the Knicks in 6 in that one? I thought the Pistons would take 2 off of them.
Which still could happen. Yeah, Brunson.
Did I pick the Pistons on this one? I might have picked the Pistons.
We picked the Knicks as a group because we were saying that we were like hoping for the Pistons, but I think we were all like logically Knicks.
I thought the Pistons could take 2 of them. But off them. They got 1 so far.
Yeah, they're gonna need to bring out all the stops on Tuesday. Thunder sweep the Grizzlies. Anything?
No,
it could have been a gentleman's sweep.
They almost lost. Ja got hurt.
Yeah, that was tough. Tough game.
Dude, it was pretty. It was pretty egregious split. It was like plus 33 with Ja, minus, or something like. No, it was like plus 28 with Ja and minus 33 without him, and they literally lost by 5. Yeah, it was just literally the split of the game right there at that moment.
I think Triple J got exposed during the series. He's like, he can't be your number 2. That's for sure.
It's also not great coaching either. I mean, you saw a lot of times where he can get the ball around the 3-point line. It's like, what are you doing? He's trying to dribble the ball around the 3-point line. It's like, dog, what the fuck are you doing? You're 6'10". Go get in the fucking paint.
Not great coaching. Wow, I wonder why that was.
Yeah.
What could have caused that?
Yeah, fucking Grizzlies shot themselves in the foot on that one. They didn't want to win that series.
Yeah,
No,
they don't have like a player coach Jokic to at least carry them through some of this bullshit. They have like Ja and JJJ and Bane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have Mike Conley. That's like the closest thing they have to a fucking player coach. And he's like, dude, I'm fucking 85 years old. Like, I play 5 minutes a game and I'm tired.
they don't have Conley.
What's up, Mike Conley?
The
Well,
Wolves.
They have fucking Scottie Pippen Jr., who's actually good.
But also young.
Would you trade Damian Lillard for Scottie Pippen Jr.?
Honestly, no, not if I'm Memphis. I'll trade Ja. I'll trade Ja, and I want every first round pick for the next decade.
They play the same amount of games every year, just for different reasons.
Yeah. Tough times for our Memphis friends coming up. I mean, if they're not already in them. I mean, this offseason you're going to see a lot of what do we do with Ja? What do we do with him?
Gotta keep him. I think he's too young to really move off of. And like, how much are you going to get for him too?
You probably get a lot more than if you wait after next season, barring a complete 180.
I think you got to trade him.
You just said you think you got to keep him.
I changed my mind. I think you got to trade him. I'm just remembering that, like, the NBA was like, hey, please stop doing finger guns, or please stop doing, like, guns celebrations, and then he just started throwing grenades and shit, and it's like, he's just unserious. Like, he obviously doesn't give a shit.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's tough time because he is, when he's playing, he's pretty fantastic. But I don't know.
The problem is the beginning of that sentence is when he's playing, and it's not like it's injuries, it's not freak bad luck. It's all him. It's all self.
Well, actually, sneaky, it is a lot of injuries because this year there was really no excuse for him to not play. Besides, they're resting him and he's what, 24.
Yeah, they average like 24 minutes per game or something wild like
Maybe
that.
that's why they fired fucking Jenkins. They wanted a better fucking pick, and Ja just kept playing too much.
I don't think so.
They had it all like a few years ago. It's wild, their trajectory.
I mean, there was like I think a pretty loud, slight majority saying they'd take Ja over Tatum. I mean, that's tomfoolery. That was foolish back then. It's foolish now, huh?
So they were dumb talks, but they were talks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think even our dearly beloved Bill Simmons said that he was the most marketable guy for last season. Not this season, the season before that, before the gun stuff.
That went away pretty fast.
Yeah,
Became the least marketable pretty quickly, actually.
And that's what, like, that was the argument for, like, why he picked. I think that has to be what it was. Like, you take Ja because he is such a not enigmatic, but like a huge star.
yeah, the kids love him.
And like people want to play with him. He's young. He's like the next guy of a generation. That's what that's the same shit that you do for Ant. Like, oh, Ant doesn't give a fuck. He's talking shit. He thinks he's the best player in the game. I mean, he rarely ever is the best player in the game, unless he's playing like a bottom fucking 4 West team or East team. But and he's just like, people want to play with Ant. I don't know if that's the case. I mean, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. He's a lot better than Ja, but I don't know if that's going to always translate to winning basketball.
No, he can be kind of a hole. Like he can kind of like someone like Ant's not really like a playmaker. It's not as enticing to kind of join. Ja at least can like serve you some oops, but I don't know. I understand the Ant to the fun part, but he's almost like Kobe in the mid 2000s, where if people weren't flocking to play with him. He kind of was shooting like 50 times a game and not necessarily too joyful basketball for other people. There's some images that are wild for Ant, or it's like quadruple teamed for a jump shot.
That is nuts.
Yes, for sure.
Oh yeah, but so is Tatum.
Tatum's a better facilitator than Ant by a mile right now.
Oh, infinitely. Yeah, absolutely. Nuggets, Clippers. Actually, well, yeah, Nuggets, Clippers.
2-2, right?
Correct. Aaron Gordon with I think the latest was that the latest scored bucket ever, like in the game clock.
Probably. We just barely got that fucking thing off. I
The
haven't
Derek
really been
White
able
one's
to watch
close.
that.
Remember the Derek White one?
Yeah, that tip in was unbelievable.
Oof.
Handful
Yeah,
series.
it's a good one. It's a good series. I like it. I mean, get Jokic some help.
Yeah, I mean, like I think we picked Clippers in 6 in that one. I can still see that happening. I mean, the Nuggets protected home court in the fourth game, right? So
They both split at 1-1, I think.
yeah, so Clippers are gonna go back, get one, and then go back to Denver and get another one. I mean,
Yeah.
fucking cool, like a fucking machine again.
I know.
I think the
who
Clippers are going to
knows?
just win out, but yeah,
You never know.
maybe MPJ shows up. If it does, it's a whole different series.
Are we confident Harden can do this the whole series too? He's never done that.
Those MPJ fucking quotes were wild. When Jokic was like that fucking, he said that if he didn't get the ball, he wasn't very motivated. And Jokic was like, you can't be motivated in playoff basketball. What the fuck are you doing? Like that team is in shambles right now.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Jokic is just carrying them to playoff wins while he's coaching on the floor because their coach is like, I don't know, he knows how to do it better than I do.
Who has done a worse job with their as a front office with their, let's just say, maximizing their opportunity with their star, the Nuggets or the Bucks?
Who's done a worse job?
Yeah,
The Bucks by a mile.
interesting. Why?
Because they got Giannis and they had Chris Middleton and who was the third option on that team that won?
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday. Okay, so then you traded Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard, and they traded Chris Middleton for Kyle Kuzma. And that's all the argument I need for that. Kyle Kuzma played 20-something minutes the other night and didn't record anything.
Who did the Nuggets sign in the offseason?
They just kept it intact at least, but they
Russell Westbrook, who's like actually playing winning basketball again.
That's debatable, but
I'd rather at least keep the team together. At least the Nuggets have won some playoff games. Like,
okay, who else did they bring in besides Russell Westbrook?
they lost KCP, and they lost
Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown from Wakefield. Out Wakefield.
The answer is nobody. They've just tried to build around a core that is not build aroundable.
Well,
I mean, not a core. I mean, fucking.
The Nuggets have also won more recently than the Bucks.
Yeah. Okay.
So like that's why they're still trying to work with that core. But like the Bucks, they blew up their core for Kyle Kuzma and Damian Lillard, who you
that is an improvement, I think.
Well, you said that you can't get anything for Damian Lillard
over what Chris Middleton was. You couldn't get anything for Chris Middleton. That's why you had to get rid of for fucking Kyle Kuzma.
Honestly, the way Kyle Kuzma played these playoffs, I probably still would have kept Chris Middleton.
This is honestly all to credit Giannis and Jokic. Damn, they've carried some teams, man. They won championships with teams that really can't do much afterwards because they're like that. It really just worked so well for that one run. But their teams are like, sure, Chris Middleton and Drew were all stars, but they're not like historic like duo. Like they're not historic number twos. That's for damn sure for championship teams. Like we have teams with duos that have like LeBron and Luka.
But
also, counterpoint: Jamal Murray got his contract after the injury. That's a bad move.
Oh, they also drafted Bruce Brown, or not Bruce Brown. What's the other Brown kid's name?
Christian.
He's very
Brown.
good.
He's really good. And the Bucks
and Julian Strother.
Yeah,
and MPJ.
Watton's pretty good.
Wait, who's the Bucks draft in the last couple of years?
Fucking Marjon Beauchamp.
Hey, no, they traded him. They cut him. I can't remember.
They drafted him, but he's not on the team anymore. Hasn't been for a while, I don't think. Fucking.
They have this Green guy. They have Green, yeah. I don't know if they drafted him, but they could have just picked him up. I have no idea where that guy came from, honestly.
Pick up or draft either way as a front office move. So that's
yeah.
For that,
it's fair.
I think that the Bucks have been fumbling Giannis since that championship.
I don't think the Nuggets. I think the Nuggets have fumbled Jokic since his championship.
Both are true. It's just
I think it's like who's the tallest midget. No offense, small person.
Well, I
Keep
mean, like
that.
if you look at at least if you could see the Nuggets winning one or two series in the West, anyways.
I don't think so. Not with no head coach.
I think Jokic should carry him through the Clippers, and then your next round would be the.
It wouldn't be unfathomable, that's for sure.
If they win this if they win the series, it's because Jokic is like better than Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but look at the surrounding cast that he has with him, though, too.
Huh?
Look at the surrounding cast compared to the Bucks, though. Is what I'm saying.
They're both terrible.
Very,
They're both awful.
well, they're better though. I'd rather have Aaron Gordon, MPJ, and Jamal Murray than Damian Lillard, Kyle Kuzma, and Brook Lopez. Like Brook Lopez was playing on the New Jersey Nets.
You're splitting hairs to me.
I think the Nuggets surrounding cast is so much, the supporting cast is so much better, and I think that you could win a series, and your next series would be against the Thunder. I think, right?
Well, I mean,
And you could Jokic, I think by himself was good enough with the mismatch against the Thunder that I think you could steal a game or two against them.
the Bucks' next series is against the Cavs. If they win, I mean, if they get through Indy, which is not.
Yeah, they're going to get
likely.
smoked by the Cavs.
I mean, the Nuggets ownership. I think ownership on both teams disagree with you, Steve, because how long have they had the same GM and
The
Doc
Nuggets
now?
Yeah, the Nuggets front office is now a new front office, so I can't judge them yet because now they don't have a GM or a coach.
Yeah, they basically they cleaned house. So
It's just the fucking I don't understand the timing.
it's bad.
I don't understand why you got rid of both of them. Like you got like they hated each other and this, that, and the third, but like just get rid of one of them then.
Well, I think the GM has proven himself to not. I mean, but this is the fundamental argument between them. Is like the GM's like, you never really played my guys or gave them the chance to shine, and that's why they haven't panned out. And what's his name, Michael Malone? There is just like, well, I'm not playing those guys because they're not championship caliber, and we have this. You see this unicorn? You see him?
Yeah.
We're not wasting his time fucking developing your guys, and a lot of times it was guys that he didn't want anyway. So
it's the fundamental debate between them, and that's why they probably.
It's dumped both.
I guess we'll never know. Yeah, I guess we'll never know because there's small chance that anybody besides Jokic comes back next season. Besides Jamal, maybe because his contract's awful.
He's like the Pat Mahomes of the NBA, where it's just like, yeah, stick him on. Like, obviously if his surroundings trash, you won't have that high expectations, but you can kind of see anything. It's not unfathomable to think that he could just average like 30, 20, and 10. I guess he did that. He did that last night.
Mahomes is probably an exact exact right on comparison because he's good enough to get you to the championship with fucking mediocrity. But this year, he couldn't get over the hill because they just played teams that has been stacking for a decade, stacking their rosters and teams.
To be fair to Pat Mahomes, he did win last year with mediocrity.
Yeah.
Well, right. And Jokic won with Jamal Murray and the cast he has now.
Yeah.
They were better back then. They were at least competent.
He's never had an All-Star yet.
He's never played with an All-Star, which is wild.
I hate when people are like, get Russell Westbrook. It's like, come on, we mean active.
Yeah, nobody's ever made an All-Star team playing next to Jokic. Is basically a better way to say it.
Yeah, Jamal. It's the fault of the West. Like that's the thing. Like Giannis has, but like, was Chris Middleton better than Jamal Murray that year? It's pretty arguable.
Yeah,
pretty similar.
I mean, Jamal Murray was All-Star caliber for a season or two at least.
Just the guards in the West, man.
Man, Dame Lillard strikes again.
Stuff too, where he's missing a lot of time. That's part of the reason why he's missing All-Star games.
Yeah.
Oh, injured. Yeah.
Poor timing.
Nuggets Clippers. What do we have? Where are we at with that?
That's Clippers in 6.
Jacob.
I was the minority. I'm pretty sure I said Nuggets in 7, but you guys had Clippers, so it outweighed me. So I'm gonna stay with that.
Me, Steve, outweigh you in general.
But I mean, in saying in 7, obviously, I think Clippers could win. That's for fucking sure. I think I said that exact same thing on the last pod. But yeah, it's a good ass series. 1 overtime, 1 buzzer beater. And literally
they don't like each other.
It's so close. Like this series could be so different based on a few tiny things.
I think the only series that the two teams didn't hate each other it was the Thunder and the Grizzlies because like they were just like the Grizzlies knew they weren't going to win, so they didn't really give a shit.
Yeah, half the team's like, I don't even know if I'm going to be here next season, so
Yeah,
I
so
don't care.
like do I care? But everybody else,
Um,
like Houston versus Golden State, they fucking hate each other.
Magic Celtics, we starting to.
Oh shit, dude.
They
Lakers
don't.
Wolves is 2-point game right now.
How much time is left?
4 minutes. It
Hell
was just 11.
yeah! Ooh, that's good hoop. Who's winning?
The Lakers are winning by 2, but they're up. They're the ones up by 11 before.
Nice.
So moving on, next series. I mean, Lakers are leading. They're looking like they're going to notch it up here, going 2-2. This is actually probably the most competitive series in the playoffs.
Dude, I was seeing a clip of Ant. Well, I was watching the game, but I saw like a replay because I didn't see the play originally. But he's doing the exact same thing that Luka did to them last year, where he's like hitting shots and like screaming in their face. Like Anthony Edwards is trying to motherfuck them, that's for sure.
Feel bad. He's got to play with fucking Rudy Gobert.
You
I
can't.
also feel
We can't say.
Rudy-
We can't talk like that about Julius though. Julius is having a fantastic series, honestly.
He's playing great.
Yeah.
Which is
So
weird. This is a series that you would think that he would have problems with the way the Lakers are built. They're all guys that are the same size as him.
yeah,
He
I
also
heard.
was drafted by LA, so there could be some funk there, you know.
It's true.
He's played for a lot of teams actually.
Yeah.
I think it's like 4 teams already.
Yeah, he was on the Pelicans
Lakers, Pelicans.
and
next. Yeah.
now the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I mean, what do we think here? Let's just say the Celtics, the Lakers go on to win this.
So they got Timberwolves in 6, or no, Lakers in 6. Sorry, that's why it's Lakers in 6.
I was gonna say I took a look at the bracket earlier. And hopefully that wasn't what you said because I saw that we had Lakers going to the freaking finals.
Yeah, we did.
So we better hope the Lakers win this series.
I mean, yeah, I think the Lakers will probably win. I don't see how long Julius Randle can keep this up for, but Nas Reed seems to disagree with me as he sinks that 3. I don't know. If the Lakers can get through this game winning it, then yeah, I'll stick with them. But if not, then I think the Wolves are.
Dude, you see Luka's stat line right now?
Say what you said last time about the Timberwolves.
What'd I say?
What's your base argument for why the Timberwolves are going to win?
Oh, they're big. They have a big man. They have 2.
They're bigger, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Luka.
Luka's 38, 1-1.
1-1 is hilarious.
It's such a non-Luka.
Yeah. He definitely passed somebody the ball trying to get it back, and they shot it.
How has this series been? I just, from what I've seen, he's either like nuclear, scoring everything, or he's like yelling at the refs and letting up a easy bucket the other way on a fast break.
Exactly like that.
He's averaging over 30, but it's like I remember game 1 he quietly had like 37. It was like it didn't look like it was impactful 37 at all, which is weird.
No, he seems like catch and shoot this game mostly. Like he's kind of like switching like back and forth with LeBron on that sort of stuff. He's not shooting bad. He's 5 for 11 from 3. That's as good as you can think. Over 40% for Luka is as good as you're gonna get.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at the shots he's getting now compared to when he was in Dallas. Like there was no really his 3-point percentage went up when Kyrie was there because he had another guy that was great and he was catching shooting threes. But when Kyrie wasn't on the floor, his 3-point percentage went to fucking shit because everything's off the dribble.
Moving on here. Let me pull up my screen again because I need to go back to the bracket.
Houston versus Golden State.
That's the last one. Yeah, and GSW leading 2-1.
Golden State is absolutely fucking. I see the Warriors fans on Twitter and they've complained even more than Celtics fans about the physicality. Like the fucking Rockets are in their fucking shorts. Steph is getting the shit kicked out of him every fucking night. And then when Jimmy went down the other night and they lost that game, everybody thought it was a dirty play too. But that one, I think he legitimately tripped on him. I think that was a legit trip.
Seems to be a thing with Ime Udoka's team, like his teams. They do like to get in your fucking ass defensively, and they will fight about it.
We know
shout out Marcus Smart.
Yeah,
they're built right for it too. I mean, Dylan Brooks and the Thompson and Steven Adams is out there. Like, they don't give a fuck.
Mm.
I
What
like
do
we
we
got a
got?
Thompson,
How
man.
we feeling?
Is Jimmy playing the rest of the series? Like, is he back? I know he had that fucking, he had like a bone bruise in his like cervix or whatever the fuck it was.
Cervix? I don't think it's that, but
That was fucking
oh man, you're gonna
what
Jimmy
was your pelvic bone? Whatever the one is in the front there.
your pelvic bone,
There's another word for it. I can't remember. It's under the seat.
hip.
Wolves just took the lead.
Oh boy.
Hold on here. Let me pull up the goddamn report for
You say Golden State's up 2-1.
Yeah.
correct.
If Jimmy plays, I think that's going to be I think it's going to be a gentleman's sweep.
Jimmy is day to day with his pelvis. Elvis.
If he
sorry.
plays, I think it's a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, I think the Rockets just don't have firepower.
Yeah, they don't have a consistent scorer. Like Jaylen Green's hit or miss on that team. Thompson's not too young; he doesn't have it yet. Fred VanVleet is too old.
And Draymond's warming it up, getting in Jaylen Green's head.
Oh yeah, fucking Draymond. Steve
With-
Kerr crying about them saying "fuck you, Draymond," like but being such a fucking pussy, Steve Kerr.
Without Jimmy, though, I could see it going 7.
My kids, oh my god, Draymond has kids. You can't say fuck you to him. Like, dude, that motherfucker kicked Steven Adams in the nuts like 4 times in one playoff series. Like,
It's the same shit Klay Thompson said in the finals. Remembers?
yeah, I hate Klay Thompson for that. Dude, you're such a fucking pussy. You show some class, Boston. Like, dude, eat a fucking dick. You act holier than thou, and every time that you're fucking losing, you put up the 4 fingers for your 4 rings that you got off of fucking Steph's back. Like, nobody's gonna remember Klay Thompson in fucking 20 years.
Damn, that's mean. I don't think that's true.
Oh, he's gonna be a side note for fucking Steph and KD's fucking careers when they were winning in Golden State.
He's definitely the sidecar, but it's like,
An all-time one, though.
yeah.
He's an all-time fucking co-writer is what he is. Him and Draymond. At least Draymond got a couple of deep boys though, so at least
Yeah,
we're gonna remember him. But
there's a reason why they let Klay walk and Draymond's still on the team.
Legendary moving screens.
Not a very good run organization. Draymond assaulted another fucking player, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna get rid of the player that he punched and not him." And then
He blew up their 2 timelines.
Not only that, he was 23 at the time they moved him.
Yeah. And he was like your best second option to help Steph when Steph was out. Like,
Yeah, Poole killed us, dude.
dude, in games the year before when Steph like got hurt and Poole had to start, he was averaging like 23 points a game or something like that. And they're like, no, we don't want that. Let's keep this fucking guy over here, who then got suspended indefinitely for punching his fucking teammate in the head. Sick.
It's like it's very reminiscent of all those times where it's like Jordan Poole, he fried us in the finals, and he was good in that playoffs, but like the Caleb Martins of it, the fucking Gabe Vincents of it all, Max Strus, just the way they played like, I mean, some of them even got paid off of their performances at Caleb Martin. So like, they just
Vincent's on the Lakers because of that.
They average like 4 points a game for the whole season, and then against the Celtics in the playoffs, they're like 30-point game score. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyhow, that's ancient history. We're the reigning champs, not them. Yeah, I mean that's the playoffs. What else you got?
You got the what's your Warriors Rockets takeaway?
Me? Without Jimmy, it could go 7. But I think the Warriors seem to have them. But I think it could go 7 without Jimmy, because of how old the other people are. I mean, Jimmy's just as old, but together they're stronger and younger.
They're Power Rangers.
It's a lot
Jimmy
to ask
plays-
from Steph to carry that team for the rest of the series if they don't have Jimmy. If they like win another to make it longer and they still don't have Jimmy, they're all old.
They are all old. And Jonathan Kuminga's not playing for some reason.
No, he sucks or something. I'll never know.
Not against us, he didn't.
No.
No.
Fucking Warriors fan is like, why the fuck is this guy not playing?
We'll literally never know. Steve Kerr just seems to have something with him, and we'll never understand it.
Fucking pussy. He probably said a bad word in practice, and Steve Kerr's like, "No, we can't have that on our floor. We only have Draymond for that."
True.
Damn, Steve, you must hate Golden State or something. Um,
Oh shit! It's a 1-point game.
the awards.
With fucking the fuck was the guy? Baron Davis dunking on fucking Andre Karolinko back in the day. That Warriors team was fun. Monte Ellis,
Steven Jackson.
even Jackson. Yeah, I was about to say
Corey
Stephen,
Maggette.
Corey Maggette. I feel like
David
Corey Brewer
Lee.
was on that team. I have nothing to back that up, but I feel like Corey Brewer was probably on that team.
Evan Mobley, your defensive player of the year.
I
Not
picked him
bad, Steve.
wrong.
Not bad for a guy who's a fucking.
I
What'd
picked
you
up the
say?
most improved players, so
You said some shit about him last week that pissed me off.
oh, because fucking Tatum cooks him every fucking time, so I don't give a fuck about him. But your depoy, then it's fine.
Not mine. He's the NBA's.
I still think that should have gone to fucking Victor. He had the most blocks in the season, and he didn't play fucking 40 games.
I mean, because guard defense is so hard to play. I mean, I'd give it to like Lou Dort or Dyson,
Tyson
but
Daniels was unbelievable this year.
one of
He
them.
also has the coolest fucking nickname in the fucking league, the Great Barrier Thief.
Lakers
That was
winning by
nice.
2 now. Someone just
What
hit a
time is it?
3 with a minute 29. Someone just hit a 3.
Congrats, Mobley, on your depoy. Our man, PP, 6-man.
Fucking love it. I knew that was well deserved. He worked his ass off all year.
The product
Just
of a great team.
Yeah, for real.
To have 2 in a few years kind of shows that we just kind of have good second unit plan, like strategy.
That's a good point. When was the last time that's happened? Like in 3 years, the team's won 6-man twice.
It's
Probably
a different person.
like the Clippers.
I was gonna say, but it's the same person though. I mean, I guess maybe Jamal and Lou Will might be the only 2 that could have won like close together. But usually, if it's the same person, you can kind of credit that all-time great 6-man. But yeah, to have like Malcolm and Payton both win feels pretty rare.
Yeah. I forgot about Malcolm. Holy
Like
fuck,
2 years
that-
apart. It's easy to forget about him, dude. He didn't.
I'm thankful I forgot about him. I'm mad that you guys brought him back up so I had to remember him.
His elbow.
Why?
An all-time fucking playoff dropper over here.
Because his fucking elbow like became the little
Hey,
bone
that-
that falls off the fucking the meat that comes off the bone.
Don't play that. Also, like his decision making was shit. Like he was always trying to score first, and we need somebody to move the ball off the second unit. Like
I'm pretty sure this podcast was in existence back then when he won it. I would love to just get a replay of what Steven said about him that season.
oh, I was still saying that like that season. I know I was. Like he was too ball dominant.
You tend to be fake news. You make up your own facts.
Well, I do that all the time. I'm glad there's nobody fact checking me. I'd say shit all the time. Like Luka shoots better off the catch than off the dribble. I have nothing to back that up. I have zero. points to back that up.
Just
I mean,
vibes.
don't most players shoot better off the catch though?
99% of players do, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
it's like I'm sure Kyrie probably shoots like shit off the catch. I'm sure he's probably an elite off the ball, off the dribble shooter.
Clutch Player of the Year award, Jaylen Brunson. Who cares?
It's so funny that they introduced a new award and we're like, yeah, fuck you, we don't care. It's like we ask for the NBA to do new shit all the time and they finally do it. And we're like, yeah, eat a fucking dick, NBA. We don't care about the fucking award.
The Hustle Award, which I didn't even know was an award.
Yeah, I went to Lou Dort.
Draymond Green.
Yeah, fake hustle.
I don't. He plays hard.
I don't understand like that one. There's no like stats to back up an argument for that one. Like, gonna give it to Marcus Smart. Like,
I don't know.
they play enough games, obviously though.
That's it. That's it so far. MVP race. I mean,
I got
if Jokic wins the series, I think that MVP is going to look
award,
pretty
though.
tough. I know, but it's going to look pretty ugly.
Especially when Shea didn't really play well in any of the games against the Grizzlies.
It happened with the Embiid year.
That was a fucking weird year. That was nasty work. I was getting so tired of being on NBA Twitter that year because everything was them just yelling at each other about it. It's like, why can't you just celebrate the greatness of both of them?
Well, it got racial quick.
Got racial too, which is really fucking weird.
Which is, I mean, it's likely to happen again because Shea is a person of color. But
probably Perkins again.
Yeah, then there's also the fucking they fucked up and they shouldn't have gave it to somebody 3 years in a row or something like that. And you can't do it again. It's like
We can say that now for like 3 decades in a row. There's like an MVP case where it should like Nash to D Rose and LeBron, and like now you got Jokic and
Jokic should have won like 3 or 4 straight at this point.
It's
I
gonna
mean
have
Giannis has an honest case.
Dude, Giannis is so good, but he's just in a bad era, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's one guy. It's really
I guess.
It's just Jokic.
Yeah, it's like it's literally the story of Peyton Manning's career. Like
Peyton Manning would probably be like if Tom Brady
no,
didn't
not
exist.
probably. He'd be the best quarterback of an entire generation.
Well, no, I mean if Tom Brady wasn't around, I think Peyton Manning would probably be like the second or third best quarterback to ever live.
I think he probably have. People say that now.
They really think he's that good already?
Yeah, his regular seasons were like there's nobody but that's been as good as him in the regular season. Yeah, Mahomes still has. I mean, I don't think so, but
Mahomes have 4 Super Bowls and Manning has 2.
Yeah. No, Mahomes has 3. Yes, 3.
Oh
Is that
shit!
right?
We have a chance at a buzzer beater right now in this game.
But it doesn't matter if Mahomes doesn't have the longevity of Peyton's career, then it's irrelevant.
Awesome, yeah, but I didn't know that the people thought of Peyton Manning as being that good. I always thought that Peyton Manning was really good. I didn't know that people thought he was like the second or third best quarterback of all time.
I mean, there's still people that'll tell you he's better than Tom.
Tom beat his ass every year in the fucking playoffs. So
wait,
I don't know how that's...
let me give you a breakdown of what's going on. There was only 14 seconds left, and they're doing like a review because the Wolves turned it over. The Lakers didn't even foul, and they're down by 1 with 14 seconds left. They might have actually gotten the Wolves to turn it over without even fouling, which is pretty insane.
Was it down 1?
Was it March?
No, it looks like it looks like Ant might have thrown it out.
That happens every single game.
Oh, who was it? Fucking St. John's did the out of bounds where they threw it to another guy that was out of bounds on the baseline. Because you can legally do that off of a made basket.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
that was so good.
It's different rules.
I think you probably do that in the NBA too. I think
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really get much else. This is pretty much dominating my attention now. Is this game? I'm
watching you guys watch the game because I don't have
playoff basketball, baby.
Whoa! Did you just see that, Jacob? Doncic just got his cookies taken.
No, is that a replay or is that the last play of the game? I'm behind.
Where are you?
I'm at 9.5 seconds.
Okay, you're ahead of me.
They're just in like some review.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, Ant-Man slipped and the ball went out. You guys watch any good cinemas lately? You see Sinners?
Really good.
I really wanted to go see it last weekend, but I didn't get a chance to.
It is goddamn fantastic. It's easily the movie of the year so far.
They said it's got a chance to fucking do over 300 million in the fucking theaters, which will be like the highest grossing original film of all time.
The pocket watching on the discussion around this and like the movie podcast that I listen to has sort of been like admonished both ways, being like, this movie's so great. No, it's a black made film starring a majority black cast and Haley Steinfeld, who is also part African American. So like I think there's a certain portion of the public who are like rooting against that film.
Yeah.
Because of the the topics of the racial topics that it touches on and all that, the uncomfortable history of this country. And also it's a vampire flick. There's people like poo-pooing it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that's being driven by the studios who make movies, because Coogler is like very famously fought for 20 years. The rights to the IP revert to him from the studio. So he becomes the owner of his own movie.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty big deal. Just in general, this is the same thing these NBA players are fighting for, is equity in, their employer, equity in the people, so they can, get in the upper echelon here, like, become owners. But Yeah, I don't know. I think regardless, the pocket watching is kind of lame either way. Talking about how much the movie is going to make, what does that mean? I hope the movie makes billion.
I was just saying it was impressive that it's on pace to be like the number one ever. Like,
Absolutely, and that's because it's so good.
Things that were saying it was going to be bad because it was putting out the amount of money it was putting out, but then people were like looking deeper into it, and they were like, "Yeah, that's normal for it to be putting out this much money at this time."
And it's also like, why can't we just enjoy art? Because this movie is like, no matter which way you slice it, it's not only a competently well-made film, it is fucking entertaining and with some great performances, and will be nominated for multiple Oscars, if not Best Picture. Huh?
Movies aren't about numbers. Movies are about enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think the general consensus is that the people enjoyed this because it is so original, and just that the musical performances are fucking phenomenal. I saw it in IMAX.
Ooh, that sounds like it was probably unbelievable.
There's a certain scene, and people who've seen it will know that is just like the theater was shaking. I was like,
yeah, the music,
I could feel
the
my
music
adrenaline
scene
pumping a little bit. Yeah,
but somehow Michael B. Jordan didn't fuck up playing twins on the same screen.
yeah, that's also another thing something that's really hard to do. Michael B. Jordan not only crushed it, he did.
Yeah, because that could be bad. It could have been corny as hell pretty easily.
Yeah, the only other time I've ever seen anybody do it well was fucking Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
I think people point to that as an example of it not going well.
I thought it was really good. I don't know. I love Tom Hardy though.
I love Tom Hardy as well. I think I'll watch Tom Hardy paint his ceiling, and I'll be entertained.
I watched him in Havoc this weekend on Netflix.
Is that a new show? He's in a new show called Mobland, I believe. That's supposed to be pretty good.
With Pierce Brosnan in it too, and I want to say Miriam something. I can't remember the lady's name. She's a very famous British actress.
I was gonna say that's Muriel from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Well, my head was like Merriam Webster, and I was like, no, that's not it. No.
That's a dictionary.
That's a dictionary. That's definitely not the right one. I saw Mobland was pretty good. I saw the first episode. I have to catch up on that. But I watched Havoc. It had Tom Hardy, Timothy Oliphant, and Forrest Whitaker in it.
Interesting.
But it wasn't enough Timothy Oliphant and Forrest Whitaker for my liking. But it was kind of like an over the top action kind of deal with like kind of reminded me. I've never seen Bullet Train yet. I've seen like from it. And it was kind of like that kind of thing. Like, hey, I have a fucking handgun, but I'm gonna shoot this guy like 12 times with it, like really, really fast, and the guy's gonna keep running at me while I shoot him, and then he's gonna fall down.
Like, wait, it's in Bullet Train where that happens?
I'm not saying that happened in Bullet Train. I'm just saying that's the kind of vibe of the movie. The action is kind of way over the top. Like, this guy's gonna get shot 8 times while he's still running and shooting back at me and shit. And it was fun though. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, sorry to break in here real quick, but we do have a final score update: 116-113. The Timberwolves win.
Oh, the Lakers couldn't pull it off in the end.
They could not. I'm trying to see what happened here because I was so wrapped up in our conversation.
Our West
Looks
Coast
like an
champs
Austin
are in trouble.
Reeves miss off of the corner. Who hit the go ahead bucket?
Probably the free throws.
I think it was probably Ant. I'm trying to see here.
Jacob, who gave him the lead?
They hit free throws earlier for the lead. I don't know if Ant hit one to like make it to 3. They were up by 1 already.
Of course, I go back in time to review, and I go back in time to see what happened. Like 2 minutes. It's a review of a play. That if that doesn't just summarize your basketball watching experience, nothing will.
Yeah, fucking mess.
Oh, what was it? They said Ant got fouled on that play where he looked like he lost it out of bounds. His 2 free throws. And yeah, the Austin Reeves on the corner wide open misses a 3. Tough.
Best third option of all time, people were saying.
Well, I'll tell you what, our playoff bracket's about to be busted.
I mean, I wouldn't mind being wrong about the Lakers losing in the first round. That would be very funny to trade for Luka Doncic losing the first round.
That would be. And Nico Harrison is like, yes, let's fucking go.
I told you. And meanwhile, Luka was averaging like 40 for the series. Like,
also, he never made it.
Bad.
Yeah, they get 38.
Yeah, it was fucking unbelievable. I watched
What else is going on?
Carry On. I watched that too. With
I saw that.
how the fuck you say that?
Taron Egerton
Yeah, I can never pronounce that fucking guy's
and
name.
Jason Bateman.
I fucking love Jason Bateman. I'll watch anything with Jason Bateman in it. That's my fucking guy.
Nah, the movie kind of was fine.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty.
Jaylen Brown available.
Let's go.
There we go.
Two
There was that one
things.
scene though in that movie, the fucking car scene, with the how do I say that?
The cop.
Shit.
The cop.
The cop was in it.
Yes, that was a good scene.
That was I thought that was the most out of place scene in the whole fucking movie.
I mean,
Like the rest
it doesn't
of the
take place in the airport.
Well, like the rest of the movie was like all like serious and like it was like almost realistic in a way. Like it wasn't like over the top. And then you get to that scene, it was all CGI and shit flying and them slamming into cars. It looked like Bullet Train again. I was
You
like,
keep
why?
saying, you keep talking about this movie that you haven't seen.
No, I'm just saying the but it's just like the way this scene was shot and everything like that with the CGI cars and slamming into cars next to you and shit. And it was like, I don't know, it was kind of felt out of place in the movie.
Yeah, Bullet Train was good, by the way.
I saw that too.
I just haven't found the time to watch it. It's like a 2.5 hour long movie.
They're making it again, which is nuts because it's not. I mean, the plot is razor thin. They're remaking it, not remaking it, but they're making the same version. But now it's just the guy. What the fuck is his name? Oh Jesus, what is his name? 30 Days a Night.
Timothy Olyphant?
No,
that's 28 Days Later.
Jesus, he played Trap in the movie Trap recently.
Oh, I don't know what the fucking guy's name is, but I know.
Starring him, and it's just the same thing, but on a plane.
Gotcha.
So it's like snakes on a plane, but worse.
Well, no, because I don't think there's going to be
How long
snakes.
is a plane?
I don't know.
That's the thing. A train works because a train can be long as fuck, but a plane can't be long.
This one looks nuts because they're shooting guns. The car, I think, at one point, like part of the plane blows up and people are flying out. Like, there's just no way. I mean, that plane's gonna get shot out of the sky by the FAA.
Shit's gonna be fucking. That's gonna be like a 20-minute film.
Yeah, because you're just gonna see an M16 just shoot a fucking Predator missile right into it, and the movie's over. But I think it's also something where it's like it might be the president's on board this domestic flight or something. Somebody of imports on the domestic flight that they can't do that.
They can't blow up the president.
Anyways, yeah, no. Although, never mind. Let's keep going here. Something that I've been watching recently, three things. The Last of Us season 2 is fantastic already. 2 episodes in, fantastic. Cinema, TV. Another one, Your Friends and Neighbors, starring John Hamm on Apple TV. Fantastic watch. I could watch John Hamm read the newspaper and I'd have a good time. He's like an incredibly rich guy, hedge fund manager who loses. Well, never mind. Let's just say he falls upon hard times for bad reasons, and he starts robbing from his rich friends and neighbors, and that's why it's called that.
Oh, that's cool.
Olivia Munn continues to be a smoke show. Shout out to her. And the other one, The Long Road Deep North, starring Jacob Elordi. It's a World War II drama. Jacob Elordi plays an Australian soldier medic, and he gets captured by the Japanese in Indochina, and he has to like build a railroad as a POW, and so it's actually really good. It's it's just I like Jacob Elordi's hot, and I like to look at him.
And then you like World War II bullshit too.
And I like World War II. Yeah, it's also good acting. I mean, it's good. But that's what I've been watching on lately. What else we got? Anything?
Friends.
I've been watching I've been watching like almost all the games. Unfortunately, I saw that movie, but I haven't really been. And I've been watching baseball. I've been watching a lot of Red Sox. So
True. Whenever the Sox run, I pop them on.
They had a good day today. That's for damn sure. Devers is back. Yeah, we won like 13-3. He has back-to-back games with homers now. So let's go.
Nice. Yeah, Duran stole home.
Stoled.
He tried to
Yeah,
fight
stole.
someone today.
Oh hell yeah!
A fan.
Oh, that's
Oh, good. He's known to be good with
It's
fans.
not a bad problematic one. I think they like it just he didn't say anything. They just said something bad about his like past.
He's like, I'm gonna let my fists do the talking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch an assault charge instead of a hate crime charge. It's gonna be
They,
great.
that'd be more acceptable publicly, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just ask the Pistons. They do it like on a nightly basis.
Mhm.
Oh, I love that. I love the Pistons are beating the fuck out of the Knicks.
All right, this is going on now. So the Celtics tipping 15. So
I'll take the
unless
fuck-
we got anything else we want to talk about, it's been real.
Have you guys watched Friends yet?
That's a new
Oh,
show.
Peace out. Go Celtics.
Peace.
Love you guys.